Hey guys, it's Rahim. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new to my channel, smash the subscribe button because I talk about property investment, personal development, and how to gain financial freedom. In this video, I'm going to share with you the 10 points to focus on to create financial success. If you want to be a millionaire, multi-millionaire, or successful in any walk of life, this video is for you. Before we get to that video, I would like to ask you a very quick favor. We realize 70% of the people that are watching my channel have not hit that subscribe button. If you are one of those, I kindly ask you to smash that subscribe button so you can be part of the family. And the benefit of doing that also, when I push out any videos online on YouTube, you get the notification straight away. And whilst you're there, hit that like button as well so the algorithm will push the video to wider and wider audiences. So in order for you to be successful in investment or being financially free and able to make money work for you instead of you working for it, you need to master these 10 points. They are very simple, and some of them you may have heard of, but you have not implemented it. So stay with me until the end of this video. You will be blown away with these strategies you could use to gain financial success. The first thing you want to be thinking about is setting a clear goal. Clear financial goal, that is. You see, in order for you to go anywhere, you have to determine where you're going. So your goal is your determination. If you want to go from London to Birmingham, you need to determine that you're going to Birmingham. Once you determine that you're going to Birmingham, you either know the roadmap to take you there, or you get someone to direct you to get there, or you get a sat nav that will determine where you are and then draw a roadmap to take you to where you want to go. So once you've told the sat nav, once you tell yourself where you want to go and get to Birmingham, then you need to go to the drilling bit. So where about in Birmingham do you want to go? Do you want to go to Handsworth Wood, Perry Bah, City Centre, wherever that may be for you? You then kind of determine that, okay, I'm going to Birmingham, and the place I'm going to Birmingham is in Handsworth Wood. So you're in Handsworth Wood now. You determine that when I'm in Handsworth Wood, which area in Handsworth Wood am I going? You determine that, and which house am I going to? Then it becomes laser focused on where you go. That's how you're going to do your goals. You're going to get your whole goals, right? You then set little point, break them down to little chunks in order for you to achieve those goals. Because there's no point you setting a goal, a gigantic goals, without having steps to achieving those goals. It will take you nowhere. There's so many people do this, especially if the year is just about to start or the year started. So I've got these goals, I've got these affirmations, I've got all this stuff that I'm going to be doing. But once they've written them down, guess what? They never get to look at them again. Don't be one of those people. Once you've set your goal, set the massive goal, gigantic goal, unbelievable goals, and then draw a roadmap chunk by chunk to take you from where you are to where you want to be. Believe me, that's what successful people do. And they don't just do it one time. Some of them do it 2-3 times a year. They review the goals, constantly reviewing, adjusting it, re-strategizing them to get them to where you want to go. And again, I'll give you a little analogy here. It's like your sat nav. Suppose you're going to Birmingham and there is a roadblock. Guess what happens? Your sat nav finds you an alternative route, right? Exactly the same thing. So once you've set your goals, you might not go the way you want to go, right? But perhaps there's another side road you need to take, another road that way you need to take you to your final destination. That's what goals does. But if you haven't got those goals, no matter how fast you are, no matter how ambitious you are, you're not going to go nowhere. Number 2, budgeting wisely. Looking at the expenses that you're making. Budget in whatever you're doing. Don't just see something, you go and pick it, buy it straight away. No, you need to plan. Ask yourself, is this going to add value to me? Is this going to bring recurring income to me? Is this something that will really benefit me and my family? If it is, then leave it on that list. Go back and look at it the next week. Is it still the same thing? Look at it again until you know then you absolutely need to buy that thing before you buy it. Because here's the thing, if you don't budget, you wouldn't even know about your finances. You wouldn't even know how much you're spending. So very important for you to budget your expenses. You need to budget in whatever you do. Don't just wake up, you see your brother bought that thing, yo, I want to buy the same thing, you go and buy it, or you see your cousin does it, you do the same thing. No, do not try to keep up with the Joneses, because if you do, you'll be as everybody else. Number 3, save and invest. So once you've done your budgeting and you're able to save a bit of money from that budget, you invest it for a passive recurring income. So what do I mean invest it for passive recurring income? Is looking for a business or for an opportunity that would allow you to invest that money so you can make passive recurring income without actively working in making that money. It could be joint venturing with someone, for example, that's looking to buy a house. You can say, look, I've got the money, I can put in to help you do the renovation, or I've got the money to help you do XYZ. I need this X amount return on investment. That's what you could do as well in order to get you to be able to make passive recurring income. Or perhaps you haven't got lots of money to start buying a house. You may think about strategies called rent to rent, where you can rent the property and you subsequently rent it out in room by room basis, or you subsequently rent it out as Airbnbs. These are the ways you can make your investments start working. You don't have to wait until you make 15, 20, 30,000 pounds. Now, as I said, you can start your property investment journey with little or none of your own money. Any amount you get, find someone to work with, or you can take advantage of the strategies I've just explained to you. But here's the thing, you need to educate yourself and understand what you're doing before you venture with your savings in strategies like that. And there's so many people around that would help you start to implement strategies like that. If you're interested, I do coach people on how to start and scale in real estate investment as well. I will leave that link on the description below. Number 4, live below your means. This is where lots of people go wrong. They get a little pay rise at work, they increase their expenses. They got little money, they increase their expenses. That's not what you want to do. If anything, you want to do the opposite, to reduce your expense. I'm not sure if I've done more than 2 or 3 videos without talking about living below your means. So if you're one of those that have been watch my videos for lot of time, if you haven't done it, that's the reason I'm still talking about it. Important for you to live below your means. Do not compete with anybody else. You are you. Your family is you. Don't look what your cousin did. Don't look what your auntie did. Don't look at what your friend did. Look at what you do. Have a vision and mission to get you to where you want to, instead of competing on how people looks like. So some people are working for their cars. Some people are working for their houses. All these things are expensive. All their salary, their income is going to pay for these things. Don't be like that person. Do not work for a house, or do not work for your car. Instead, make the reverse. Get the houses to work for you instead of you working for it. So stay living below your means. If you're able to do it, leave 30% below your means. So in other words, only spend 70% of your income on your lifestyle, and you save the 30%. Living that below your means will help you become disciplined in money, knowing the value of money, and subsequently makes you become frugal, and you can use that money then to reinvest in bigger and bigger and bigger opportunities. Do not keep up with the Joneses. If you have cousins, families going on holidays left, right and center, don't worry about it. You have a bigger picture. Because if you don't go on holiday now, you're saving and you are investing in long term, you will be the one going on holiday while you're busy going to do jobs, making ends meet, or being stuck on the rat race. So literally live below your means in order to be able to expedite your financial success. Number 5, emergency funds. If you're one of those who are looking to quit your job, I hear you, I get you. This is one of the best decisions you could ever make, because it puts you in a position where you are going to determine your future. Nobody else determine your future for you. You do it yourself. If you want to maybe do emergency funds, look at your expenses. As again, this is why budgeting and living below your means comes in. So look at your budget, look how much you're living with, and equate that to your emergency funds. Suppose then you want to quit your job and you're not sure what you're going to do for now. You just want to quit, and then so you can do things in your own terms. You want to look for maybe 6 to 12 months emergency funds. Look only for expense. Right? Because if you look only for expenses, one, you'll be able to save that money quicker, and secondly, it motivates you to do more because you want to be earning more than your expenses. Is that making sense? So look at that then and save 6 months. Once you got the 6 months, then you go and do your own things. Believe in me, it will give you an opportunity to use your mind in unbelievable way, because it gives you the power to extract your superpower to take your finances to the next level. Number 6, eliminate debt. Eliminate any bad debt. What do I mean by bad debt? It's taking debt to go on holiday, taking debt to buy a car, using credit card to buy your trainers, using credit card to buy your shoes, your shirts, whatever doesn't bring value to you or passive recurring income is what we call bad debt. So if you do have those debts, try to find a way to eliminate those debts, especially the high interest debt. Could be credit cards, for example. If you've got credit cards, perhaps you want to make sure you pay that credit card off, because if you don't pay it off, because the way the credit card is done, basically they only allow you to pay the minimum amount. They suggest the minimum amount to you because they want you to be paying that money forever and ever and ever. So because you're smart, you've watched this video, you've listened to what I'm saying, you want to be paying all those bad debts. Okay, pay all the bad debts to ensure that you are bad debt free. But you could incur good debt. What is good debt? Good debt is taking a debt to invest in real estate, taking a debt to invest in yourself, taking a debt to invest in business that will bring you passive recurring income that pays you more than the interest you're paying in that debt. I repeat, it's taking a debt, a good debt, to invest in properties or an asset that gives you more money than the debt that you've incurred. I'll give you an example. Suppose you want to buy a house. You can approach the bank the bank will lend you 75% of whatever that value of the house is. Let's say £100,000. The bank will lend you £75,000 and you can put down £25,000. You can buy that house, you rent that house at a higher rate, maybe £1,000 or some £100. You deduct your interest that you're paying the bank, and then all the expenses, you may be able to make £300 to £400 every single month. Net profit, this is what we call good debt. You use the debt to make you passive recurring income. So eliminate all bad debt and try to incur good debts that would allow you to be financially free while generating lots of money and building assets and wealth along the way. Number 7, diversify your investment. You see, when you're starting, you do not want to diversify. Here's the thing. Why do I advise that? You see, when you put all your egg in one basket, you pay attention to it, right? You look after it, right? You want to nurture it to make sure that those eggs do not fall apart, okay? So once you've concentrated in those eggs, right, you start having 2, 3 chickens, 4 chickens, or 5 chickens, maybe now you know how to manage these things. Then you can take one of those eggs, put that egg in another basket. Okay, that's where your diversification starts. Then you put that egg in a different basket, while the other eggs already becomes chicken. You don't need to be looking after them the way you were looking after them when they were eggs, because at that point they are fragile, aren't they? So the chickens are going to start looking for food for themselves. You don't have to actually help them get food anymore. But it doesn't mean you're not going to be looking after them. You're going to be looking after them in a way that, but it's not, you don't have to invest more time in looking after them, because they could kind of look after themselves. Then look at the other new egg you've just put in that basket, and then look after that egg, nurture it until it becomes a chicken. Once it becomes a chicken, again, you start looking after itself, then you move to another thing. So this is how business entrepreneurs do their businesses. So they create this strategy, literally immerse themselves in that strategy before they move on to another strategy. For me, for example, when I start my investment journey, I did not know any other strategy apart from rent to rent. Literally, I binge studied rent to rent. All I was doing is rent to rent, nothing else. People tell me about buy, refurbish, and refinance, rent to service, the combination, purchase, lease up. I ignore every single noise, basically. People were coming with cryptos, forex. I ignore every single thing. I put my egg in that one basket, rent to rent. I did rent to rent. I immersed myself in it. I educate myself in it. I implementing what I'm doing. It went really, really tough. I got my first one, second one, third one, fourth one, fifth one. Building a £1 million rent to rent investment portfolio. Once I've done that, then I move to another strategy. You see, now those properties becomes my chicken, right? So I don't need to look after them that much anymore. They're looking after each other, okay? And then I move to service accommodation. Again, that egg, I concentrated in that egg. 80% of my time is looking after that egg, okay? Then basically I grow that, I grow until it becomes a massive rent to service accommodation portfolio. And then now I've got 2 chickens looking after, 2 sets of chicken looking after each other. Then I move on to the second one, third one, fourth one, fifth one, and so on. I was able then to have lots of business. But here's the thing, I did not start all the businesses at one go. This is where people make mistakes. Today they're doing rent to rent. Tomorrow, oh, I saw an online business. He said I'm going to make lots of money out of it. They end up doing that. It doesn't go anywhere. And oh, I saw that forex thing. It makes you money. They start there. So they end up doing so many stuff. They end up going nowhere. And it becomes a rope on their neck. It becomes something that they're not going to do. They've got their work. They're not doing well in their job either, because their attention is diversified. The attention is all over the place. When your attention and focus is all over the place, you will not achieve anything. As Tony Robbins said, where focus go, energy goes. Focus go, energy goes. So focus in what you are doing, that one thing you are doing. Don't listen to any other noise. Just focus on that. Believe me, if you do, it will transform your life. And also it teaches you discipline, by the way. Number 8 is my favorite, continuously learning and improving yourself. There was an article that says Bill Gates reads over 50 books a year. Absolute crazy when you think about it. A guy that runs corporations, £1 billion of corporations, was able to read 50 books a year. That is an absolutely astonishing result. So educating yourself, continue improving yourself, learning and developing yourself, getting someone to mentor you, coach you, educate you, be around you, help you to make your decisions is what gets you to expedite your investment journey. This is where lots of people make mistakes as well. They'll be like, oh, I'm not going to pay any coach to help me. I'm not going to pay any mentor to mentor me. It's too expensive. I'm not going to go through that. I'm going to go and Google it. I'm going to go on YouTube. Believe me, the time you save in having someone to mentor you, coach you, guide you is invaluable. It's absolutely invaluable. The reason I'm saying that is because I have made the same mistake. When I started, remember I told you I do rent to rent? I thought I know rent to rent. I went and bought a property, the wrong place, wrong location. It cost me £50,000 loss, and I end up paying someone £25,000 to educate me doing the same thing. So I'm telling you, this is based on my real life example. The education is always cheaper than the mistake. So do not make that mistake thinking you know it all, you can go and implement. It will be a massive mistake you are making. So get someone to mentor you, coach you, educate you, be around you, help you make decisions, reviewing things with you to ensure that you're making the right decision that reduces the amount of mistakes you've made. It doesn't mean you're not going to make mistakes, but it reduces the chances of making that mistake. Again, if you're interested in me mentoring you, coaching you, there's a link on the description you can click. Book a strategy call with one of my specialists to see how we may be able to help you, or find anybody else around you. Anybody, it could not be me, it could be anybody else. Find someone to mentor you, coach you, so you can continuously learn about the investment that you're looking to take advantage of. Number 9, retirement plan. You see, I'm not talking about investing in pension here. I'm talking about retirement, solid retirement that gives you better return on investment. It could be buying businesses, for example. If you buy a business or part of a business or a share of a business, you might not be able to buy £1 million property portfolio. You might not be able to buy £1 million business. But here's the thing, you can buy a portion of that business. It could be stock, it could be dividend, it could be profit share, it could be whatever that may be. Investing that way could also help you for your retirement. Maybe buying properties. The reason why I buy on properties, I love it, is because it's an asset. It's there for a lifetime. You can drive past, you can walk past, you can visit it, and it makes you steady recurring income. You don't have to worry about fluctuation. You don't have to worry about tenant not paying you or business not doing well. As long as you vet that tenant, you got someone to manage the property for you. It becomes a professional relationship. It will make you that passive recurring income instead of relying on your pension pot, because most people I've met, the pension hasn't done it for them. So you have to create your own pension plan by investing in real estate. And by the way, I've never ever seen a billionaire or a decamillionaire that have not invested in properties. So it goes without saying, do not ignore buying investment properties, because these are the things that can get you retire early, become wealthy, become super wealthy, and become a deca-billionaire. Number 10, seek professional advice. It's kind of similar to continuous learning. You see, so in order for you to make decisive decisions, you have to have certain people around you that you know are looking for your own benefit. It could be financial advisors, it could be accountants, it could be lawyers, it could be coaches, it could be mentors, whatever those people may be. Seek advices from those people in order to help you make a beneficial decision, a decision that would help you get passive recurring income and greater return on your investment while you grow your wealth. Remember, financial success is a journey. It requires commitment, consistency, perseverance, and knowing that you are the master of your own destiny. I really hope this video has been helpful. If this video has been helpful, smash the like button below, subscribe to my channel for more amazing videos. I look forward to sharing next video. Thank you.